Hello everyone, my name is Cosmitor and welcome back to another vlog. As you can probably tell by the thumbnail and the title of this video, it's mostly going to be about the changes that were made to the YouTube partnership policy and the new requirements for enabling monetization on YouTube channels. And specifically my opinions on these things, as well as how I think it's going to affect me and how it affects this channel and this community going forward. But I don't want this to be a negative vlog, if that makes sense. I want to keep this still rather positive. And there are some good things that have happened since my last vlog that I uploaded at the end of December, so I've got that to talk about as well. So I figured I'd structure this video. I'm going to talk about something positive, then I'm going to talk about YouTube, and then I'm going to talk about something positive again. That way we'll start and finish on a positive, and we can talk about the main focus of this video in the middle. So to start, my computer. I have an update on the news about my computer. If you've been following my channel for a while, you probably know that I was having issues with my computer. If you're just joining for the first time and you don't know what was going on, for the last like 5 months, I've been having issues with my own personal computer that required lots of back and forth conversation with PC Case Gear, the company I bought the parts from, and borrowing my housemate Josh's computer in order to continue doing what I do on YouTube. And that's finally been resolved. And this is being recorded right now on my own computer. I'm no longer on my housemate's computer. I'm finally back on my own rig, and I'm so happy to have it back together. I want to give another shout out to PC Case Gear support for being amazing through the entire process. It was really long and drawn out and involved a lot of complicated issues with the parts, but it's finally resolved. It's all back together. I'm super happy. I highly recommend PC Case Gear if you're looking at buying parts or building a PC. Purely, if for nothing else, the fact that I think their prices are pretty good and their support has been amazing. So there's my little shout out to them for helping me out. Alright, so now I want to talk about the main focus of this video, being the changes to the YouTube partnership policy, and specifically the changes to the monetization requirements. So if you haven't heard yet, about 3 to 4 days ago, the YouTube Creators blog uploaded a post regarding these changes, and I'll include a link to that post in the description of this video, so you can go look at it for yourself. But the main thing that I'm focusing on in this video is the monetization requirements, because as a small channel, I feel like I can give like a first-hand description of what this feels like and how I feel this affects me, because it does affect me as a young growing channel on YouTube. I am directly who that specific change affects. And this has all obviously come about due to the controversy that happened with Logan Paul at the start of the year. I deliberately chose not to comment on that debate because I felt like it was so widely discussed on YouTube, and I felt like the opinion of it was rather obvious, like he did a bad thing. It didn't really need any more discussing, particularly from someone of my caliber being rather new to the platform. I felt like I kind of didn't really have the right to talk about it. I mean, I had the right to talk about it, and I had things to say. I had my own opinions, and I just felt like everything that I felt had already been said before by bigger channels who had a bigger reach than I could do. I just couldn't help but feel that if I made a video on what Logan Paul did, all I would really be doing is taking advantage of the negative media that had happened and the negative thing that he did in order to get views, and that's not what I want this channel to be about. This channel, I want to be positive and be about fun, having fun together, playing games, because that's my dream image for this channel, not talking about some bad thing that somebody else did and using that to get views because it's getting a lot of media attention. And anything that I could have said in regards to what he did had already been said by other channels that had much more influence than I do, and could do much more with that influence and talking about it, like raising money for charity and suicide awareness, which is absolutely amazing. I am super proud of a lot of the creators we have on YouTube who did those sorts of things, like Jacksepticeye, who went and did like a really long charity live stream to raise money for suicide awareness. And I was super inspired by Jacksepticeye and his approach to the whole situation, trying to spin something that was a dark time for the platform into something positive and a force of good. We have all this media attention and all this discussion about it. Let's do something with it. Let's make it good. That's something that I couldn't do with my influence. I'm too small to do anything to that sort of scale. That's why I didn't talk about Logan Paul. That's why I didn't want to talk about Logan Paul. But it is because of that event, I believe, that's led to these sorts of changes. So that's the only reason I'm bringing it up in this video. I don't want to talk about it anymore. It's been talked about enough. I'm sure you'll have heard enough of it. So we're going to be talking about the monetization changes and the requirements. I have a vlog series, if you've been here before, called The Road to 10,000. And what that was about is the old requirements for monetization. Because in the old requirements for monetization, the way, in case you're not aware, the way that you became eligible for monetization is that you had to have 10,000 lifetime views on your channel. That was the old requirements. Whereas in this new system, what they've implemented is now, in order to enable monetization on your channel, you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch time hours within the last 12 months. Which, for people who do YouTube, the analytics says it in minutes, so that's 240,000 minutes, just to translate it into minutes. That's a lot of watch time. That is an absolute ton of watch time. And that can be rather intimidating for smaller channels in particular. Now, in the big picture, because I'm gonna try and tackle this from a logical perspective. In the big picture, not really all that much. If you think about it, like you look at some of the numbers that some of the larger channels pull, or even just some of the moderate to somewhat small channels can pull, and they could pull that easily. Like, when I first read the news, I was really disappointed and kind of dejected because I'd been working so hard towards this goal, and then it felt kind of like YouTube had moved the finish line, right? Like I was running this marathon, working super hard to try and get to a goal, which I'd focused on and focused all my attention and like drive towards, and suddenly the finish line has moved and I'm running in the wrong direction. At least that's how I felt initially. And it felt like the requirements became so much more strict, and it was like it'd been moved so much further away. I feel like it's almost like tripling or quadrupling the run you have to make in order to reach that checkpoint in your YouTube career. My metaphors may be making sense, but I'm hoping at least you somewhat get an idea of how I initially felt. But my opinions have softened quite a lot since then. I do feel like this is a good thing, and I'm going to explain why. I watched a video, because I did the typical thing that I normally do when I'm confronted with this sort of thing that's stressing me out. I research, and I research a lot. I go and watch videos, I go and read articles, and there was one particular video by Captain Sparkles that really resonated with me about this whole situation. Because my initial opinion was that YouTube didn't care about small creators, and they were making the barrier of entry harder, and it was going to cripple small channels. But I really don't think that at all anymore. And Captain Sparkles really helped put it in perspective. So I am going to be including his video in the description. If you follow me on Twitter, you would have seen that I made some comments on Twitter when about it when I initially found out, and I linked his video as well because I feel he explains it really well. I'll try not to repeat too much of what he says in case you want to go and watch that one too. But I think he gives a good perspective of a channel on the other side of this, like somebody who is a larger channel seeing this happen, and how he thinks it'll affect the platform, and just his opinions of the changes in general. But this is something that I feel like I can also talk about as somebody on the opposite end to Captain Sparkles, who's under the requirements and is working towards them. because it does affect me. I'm a small channel growing on this platform. These changes directly affect me. So I feel like it's something I can actually have input on and give some insight into based on my experiences. One key point I want to make, and this goes out to any other small creators out there like myself who are working towards these goals of potentially turning YouTube into a career, which, because it's great to make a return on what you do. Like, it's absolutely amazing. We as creators tend to put a lot of work into our videos, a lot that goes on behind the scenes as well, a lot of research. And depending on the type of channel that you are and the type of videos that you make, there are varying amounts of what goes on behind the scenes. So like there could be script writing, there's just, you know, general setup of the recording equipment and the software, editing, all these things that take time, and it can easily take hours, even maybe days to put a full video together, and that's all for small creators anyway. That's all unpaid. We do that purely out of the passion for the craft, and that's what I want to try and remind small creators like myself, is that the money isn't everything. Like, yes, it's cool, and yes, it would be great to earn money on what we do, but I speak personally here, but I hope I speak for a lot of other creators out there too, in that I do this because I love making videos. I started doing this because I really enjoy doing it, and there's always that hope in the back of my mind that I'm going to take off and I'm going to make it big. But that's not why I'm doing it. Like, it'd be fantastic. I'd love it if it happened. Like, that would be absolutely amazing. But I don't need it to happen for me to keep wanting to do YouTube, if that makes sense. Like, I will continue to do this for as long as it's physically viable for me to continue to do so, because I love doing it. The only thing that's going to stop me from doing YouTube is if there's something drastically changes in my life to the point where I no longer have time to record these videos and upload them and do everything I need to do. That would be the only thing that would stop me, and it'd have to be something that physically made it impossible. Because if there was any way at all that I could continue making videos, I would keep doing it, because I just enjoy it that much. The people I think this sucks for the most, though, are the people that fall somewhere between these two sets of requirements. So people that were over the 10,000 lifetime views and were monetizing their channel, but aren't quite at the new milestone of 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours in the last 12 months. The people that fall between these two categories, I think, are the people that this sucks the most for. Because as somebody who's under the 10,000 lifetime views mark, I don't feel that this changes my goals much at all. This just kind of is just like another bump in the road, if that makes sense. And I feel like everyone who this affects should try and look at it that way. This isn't the end of the world. It's not a brick wall put in our way. YouTube isn't trying to kill off small creators. And I personally believe that these changes are in the best interest of the platform as a whole. And anything that YouTube does to better improve the stability and viability of the platform is going to be good for us in the long run. Because if this change makes advertisers feel better about putting their ads back on YouTube, and, like, you know, it can only help us. And that means that when we do eventually hit the point where we are making an income off of this, we can feel that much more stable in our income, because we know that YouTube isn't going anywhere. That is important, because when the adpocalypse happened, it hurt a lot of channels. A lot of channels saw their income drop. And I think it's important to try and prevent those sorts of things from happening, because that sucks for all of us. Everyone who's a creator on this platform, if that happens, it sucks. And it affects everyone. So if this is going to help prevent that sort of thing from happening, where we prevent these sorts of controversies from occurring, and prevent the impact that they can have, then that's a good thing in my books. I think that's good. Not saying that this doesn't suck, especially for those that I mentioned before that were between the two requirements, who are now getting monetization taken off them, and being told that they can't re-enable it until they hit the new milestone. That sucks. Like, losing things isn't fun. Like, nobody wants to lose something. And the point isn't about how much you've lost. it's the fact that it's still a loss, if that makes sense. And yes, losing $100 is not as bad as losing like thousands of dollars, just as an example, but it's still a loss, and it still has a negative mental impact, and it can still be discouraging. And I've seen people with varying opinions based on whether this is a bad thing, whether this is like all the way from this is going to kill small channels, which personally I don't think it's going to people getting angry at people being upset over the requirements. And I just don't understand why, like, we can't just be empathetic about this. If I'm going to work on something that I'm passionate about, I'm going to put 100% in. And that's what I do with YouTube. I put in 100%. I want the quality of my videos to be the absolute best that I can put out, the best that I can do for the people that watch, for the people who come and stay and want to subscribe and view my content. I do it for them, because just hearing from the comments, or hearing like people I know who watch my videos just comment to me saying that they love something that I did, or they love watching it, or that they had fun, that just means the world to me. And I think it's important to keep in perspective here what's important to you as a creator. I can understand why people have a knee-jerk reaction to hearing about these changes. It sucks. I can speak from a personal perspective in that I had a bit of a knee-jerk reaction when I first heard about it, and I got upset, and I felt a bit singled out by YouTube, and like almost kind of crippled by YouTube, and as if they were like trying to destroy small channels. But that's not what they're trying to do at all. Like, as I've said, my opinions have softened. I don't think they're trying to do that at all. They're just trying to prevent negative things from happening on the platform, and that is a good thing. So to sum it up for creators, don't be discouraged. It's not as disastrous as it seems. It's not as big a deal. It's not a brick wall in our way. It's just another bump in the road. That's it. It's going to take us a little bit longer. It's going to take a little bit more work, but it's still achievable, and we still can do this. To you guys in particular, the viewers of my channel, the subscribers, and people who come back and regularly watch my content, I just wanted to let you guys know in particular that I'm not going anywhere. This isn't discouraging me. I still believe in the YouTube dream. I'm still going to fight for it with all my passion that I have in my body, to strive towards this goal of making this my career. Stick around, because I'm not going anywhere. But now things have changed a little bit in my goals. Actually, honestly, they haven't changed all that much. It's just that now when I look at my analytics, this is really the only thing that's changed really, is that when I look at my analytics, I don't look at the views as much. I look more at like my subscribers and the watch time, which I feel like is probably a good thing for a creator to do anyway, because I feel like those are the indicators that better represent how good your content is. But now, more than ever, I need you guys to be just as amazing as you were in December in helping this channel grow as quick as it has. You guys powering me through to 60 subscribers by the end of December was amazing. And if you guys could keep doing those sorts of things, keep sharing my videos, keep like telling your friends, that just means so much to me. You guys really are so amazing. And I'd be nothing without you guys. I am nothing without you guys. If you guys weren't around, there would be no point to me doing what I'm doing. I love making videos, but if nobody watched them, then it's kind of a waste of my time, which would be sad. And I feel very lucky to have people who want to watch this thing that I love doing. I feel like I've got my point across. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll do my best to answer them. So I want to wrap this video up with something positive. In light of what's happened, in light of these changes, things on YouTube have gotten a little bit harder. And I thought it'd be fun to do another challenge, because the challenge I did in December went really well. Like, you guys were all amazing, the channel grew, it was fantastic for all of us, I think we all had a lot of fun. I don't know about you guys, but I was thinking 100 subscribers could be the next good milestone. I don't know what's a good time frame. Well, if I go off December, you guys got me like 20 subscribers in less than a month. So if I go off of that and I say like, hey, let's try get to 100 before the end of March, that would be that same level of growth spread over a little over 2 months. I reckon you guys could do that. You did 20 in less than a month. Like, that was amazing. I'm still dumbfounded by that, by the way. And I am paying out. I am paying out. If you're new and you hadn't heard about my old challenge, because I just realized that you may not know what I'm talking about. Back in December, I said if people help me hit 50 subscribers, I would do all of Bendy. Because I did a Bendy and the Ink Machine video for Halloween. And then I also extended it and said if I hit 60, I'll do all of FNAF. So that's what that's about, just to quickly sum that up. So I am paying out on that. I am uploading Bendy, and you've seen I'm uploading FNAF. There'll be another FNAF video later. Oh, another thing I wanted to mention quickly before I forget. Golf with Friends is back! Golf with Friends is coming back! I know I've been saying for ages that I'm going to do more Golf with Friends. Again, this is another thing, if you haven't been following my channel for a while and you're new, you're going to be like, what the hell is this guy on about? He's absolutely crazy. And you'd be sort of right. But yes, Golf with your friends is making a return. So look forward to seeing that on Wednesday. This vlog is going up on Monday. Wednesday is going to be Golf with your friends. Positive. We're going in with positive attitude about this. YouTube is good. It's going to be fun. We're all having fun. That's what matters. And so I'm hopefully going to upload a FNAF video on Friday. We'll see how that goes. So just a little inside knowledge. If you stayed this long into the vlog, you now know roughly the schedule for the rest of the week, and you can look forward to that, so be excited. And anyway, back to what I was talking about, the challenge. Now that I've covered the background knowledge I feel like people need to have, and the extra point that I just remembered, the new challenge. I was thinking, as I said, 100 subscribers will be the next milestone. I was thinking end of March we could do it too. I'm not sure exactly what to do yet, and this is the problem. I've been racking my brain of like, because I really had fun with the last one, and I want to do another one. I've been racking my brain trying to think of something that we could do as a reward for you guys if you guys help this channel grow and help our community grow. Is the sort of thing I can do for you guys, but I haven't been able to settle on anything. One idea I had is that potentially, like, if we hit 100 subscribers by the end of March, I could run a competition that I will personally, like, I'll fund a prize. There'll be a prize for it, and we could run a little competition for our community. I think that'd be really fun. I think we will go with 100 subscribers by the end of March. That is the challenge I am posing to you guys. As for the reward, I don't know yet. If you guys win and get me to 100 by the end of March, what do you think would be a funny thing for me to do? I'd like to it not be another series, because I want to do good on my promise on those series before I promise to do another one. So something other than a recording series. If you have any ideas, leave it in the comments. Or if you like the competition idea, we could run a competition and I could fund a prize pool for it. I think that'll be a lot of fun as well. But if you have any other ideas, leave it in the comments and I'll leave it up to you. I'll leave it in your very capable hands. I'm probably going to regret that. You guys are probably going to have some really ludicrous suggestions, like, I don't know, what sort of things have been around on YouTube? Jumping in a bath full of ice, I don't know. You know what, I just thought of a really good idea of something we can do. So while this is going along, while we're heading towards this challenge, feel free to leave in the comments or on my Facebook or Twitter, just yell them at me on whatever platform takes your fancy. Then while we're heading towards that, we'll build up like a list of like suggested ideas of what we can do. And then if we manage to hit 100 subscribers by the end of March, I'll put up a poll and you guys can vote on what you think is the best idea. I'll collect a bunch of the best ideas, put them in a poll, and I'll leave it up to you guys. I've been rambling for a really long time now, and I'm probably going to have to spend ages in editing this immediately afterwards. Just cutting out things of me repeating myself and just going off on wild tangents that aren't important. But when you see this, it'll be a coherent video, I promise. And if you stuck around till the end of the video, like, I can't thank you enough. Like, really, you guys are amazing. So I'm going to wrap it up here. Once again, thank you all so much for watching, particularly if you managed to sit through my entire rant just then. If you like the video, please subscribe. It really does mean a lot to me. Remember, you can check out my channel for more videos that I've done, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye!